You see, here's the thing. When it comes to Fiverr, a lot of people would think that this is the place where you get cheap freelancers, right? And as low as $5, you can actually get somebody to design your whatever, like thumbnail, and write you a very simple sales copy. And sometimes people actually have mixed opinion about the quality itself and all that. So can you use Fiverr to grow a freelance consulting business? This is really something sharing directly from my experience. When I first started growing my Fiverr profile in August, okay, I was kind of like not sure whether this is going to work, but I was looking at a few angles when I was starting out. So first thing first, okay, do not use Fiverr to sell your full gig. Just treat Fiverr as a lead generation platform. Exactly, that's what I did. All right. When I first started, I created a $10 gig on Fiverr, and I call it like Ask Me Anything About Facebook Ads. So that's how it started. Okay. And once I created the gig, I start marketed to my audience among my email list and all that. These are the people who have been following me for a while. Yes, I do have. But if you don't, then you can actually share it to your social media on Facebook and Instagram to tell people that, hey, you guys know that I've been doing this for a while and I've got some questions coming in. So I'm not saying that I don't want to answer questions, but I don't want to do it for free. But then again, I don't want to make it too expensive. So here's the deal, right? Buy me a coffee, and you can actually have 30 minutes with me, and let's discuss anything you need to, like get over with on Facebook advertising or any topic that you want to talk about. So that's how I started. So I created a Fiverr gig. I started with 10. So that's how it worked. And I start offering to my friends and my contact list, my email list and all that. Immediately on the first month, I think we gotten about like 20 orders. It was fantastic. Okay. But then again, that's it. Because among your contacts, this is really how it is, right? So I created an offer and I get these 10, 20 people to actually buy me a coffee back then. And then after that, the beauty about Fiverr is this. Fiverr has a very robust and sophisticated system in terms of like facilitating the whole order completion journey. And one part that I really like was once the gig is completed, they reach out to you multiple times to ask you for a review. And that is a game changer. Because when it comes to review, it plays a significant role. Yet again, when it comes to a freelance consultant or an agency owner, it's not that easy to accumulate review, because back then I was doing it on Facebook, which is proven useless because, to be frank, it doesn't show and people don't see, and it doesn't really help you build credibility on the World Wide Web itself. It's really on Facebook itself only. So now that I'm actually building my Trustpilot, what do we call the review? But then again, on Fiverr is really another place that actually help you collect review in the most systematic and presentable way, and people can actually trust it. So here's the 10, 20 people that actually bought from my list, right? So once they bought, I asked for a review. I always say that, thank you so much. I love our chat. It would be great if you can leave me a 5-star rating on Fiverr. That will help me a lot. So 90% of them did, which is good. Immediately, I got like 15, 20, less than let's say about 15 reviews on my Fiverr gig. So this would actually take you to the next step whereby you can start marketing to new people, co-audiences out there. So here's the thing. You can do different things. You can run ads, which I did. But frankly speaking, for what I did, because it's a very niche and, you really need to really dig deep in order to reach Facebook advertisers that need help. So Facebook ads was not really a best place to start. So I did Google ads as well. But then again, it really depends on what service that you are selling right now. And you can actually always try to reach out to those people, whether it's in the group or something like that. There are many, many places that you can actually do your marketing. So, but here's the thing. You need to build a foundation first. Get a first bunch of people to buy a low ticket gig, which is a lead generation tool essentially. Okay. And then after that, you can start market to other people and you can raise the price. I consistently always raise the price whenever I feel like it. So that's the thing. So yeah, you can, whatever started at 10 can now become 50, 100, and nobody would know that it was 10. So that's the beauty of it. But all the reviews accumulated, which I have about like 200 reviews on Fiverr, I don't even need to convince my audience anymore. They come in and see the review, they love it, they buy. So that's how it works. So once they buy, eventually, once everything is ready, then you need to think about what are the ways that you can do marketing. So what worked really well for me was my YouTube video. So at that point of time, in order to grow that, I actually post about 5 videos a week. So every video I talk about something that will connect with, with my audience, which is Facebook advertiser. So, and towards the end of it, I essentially put in a CTA, a call to action, and say that if you need help, scan this QR code and let's talk, buy me a dinner, and we do it on Fiverr. So that's how it works. So this is how you can actually grow your freelance marketing. But here's not the thing. Having a low ticket offer as a lead generation that works in terms of getting people in and getting review and do all the marketing in terms of like whether it's SEO, YouTube, and all that is not enough. You got to work on one most important thing, which is your offer. You see, I've actually tried many offers. Okay, when it comes to my freelance consulting, I actually started coaching program whereby it's just a one-off teaching. Within a month, I actually help you establish your Facebook ads and all that. And there are certain other things like I talk about, like really high-level optimization, which is a very high ticket, like $2,000 kind of gig. Both I got offers. I got takers and all that. I got clients and all that. But the problem here is what I wanted to achieve back then was I wanted to achieve stability where I can actually see predictable revenue coming in on a monthly basis instead of one-off coaching thing and all that. So what I did was I've been perfecting this. I've been actually changing the offer for like how many times I can't remember. I'm always perfecting my offer. Here's what I would say. Whether it's actually making it easier for people to understand, make it easier for people to really look at and really see result, and for you to manage, and for you to kind of like sell it to the clients and all that, and to price it as well. So this is really all the elements that involve when it comes to offer creation. Because if you do not have an offer that really compel to your audiences, even you have all the leads coming in, buying you low ticket offer and all that on Fiverr and all that, if you don't have an offer that is solid, that actually people want, you still can't survive. Because eventually as a freelance consulting, we can't live on, like $10, $50 gig like that. We need to have clients that pays us decent amount of money for us to really sustain the business itself. So how do you create the value that people would say that that's really something I need? How do you pinpoint the need and create a value that compel to these people and say that, hey, this is what I want? So the offer creation is really one of the biggest hurdle for a freelance consultant to really excel. And I believe I've had a fair share of experience in terms of like failing some, working some, and now I have a framework that gets me a very comfortable revenue coming in every month. I'll be a recurring model that somehow I can actually have some very high, quite a decent level of predictability in terms of my revenue. So that's really something that you have to look into. And that's really something that is quite unique. I cannot give you kind of like whatever it is, this is the thing that works for every business. No, it really depends on the business that you have, which industry you're in, and what kind of consulting or what kind of service that you're trying to offer. And of course, the level of so-called expertise or so-called the level of experience that you have in all that. So this is really something that's quite fluid. But then again, I hope you learned something useful today. Just in case you need help, if you want to discuss about your offer, if you want to discuss about your marketing process, is there anything that you can actually do in order to help you? Because when it comes to marketing, another thing here is this: it doesn't have to be YouTube for everyone. It could be SEO. I have friends who really did well on LinkedIn. I have friends who really get good result with Instagram. So it really depends on what you do. So, the discussion could be about what's the more comfortable platform for you, what's the more comfortable method for you, and how can we actually make sense, and what kind of consistency and what kind of linking. Is it even sharing content itself requires a little bit of perfection here, because you need to know when to pitch, when to give value, when to pitch, and how do you strike a balance in between. So really that's something that is quite fluid. Like I say, different business will have different demand, different platform will have different, strategy around it. So if you need help, if you want somebody to bounce idea with you to maybe answer your questions about your freelance marketing, freelance consulting marketing, or even to talk about your offer creation, if you're starting out, if you stuck at something, like starting out, definitely I can help. If you're already consulting, freelancing, and you want to take the business to the next level, what are the things that you can do? I probably can offer a few, pointers based on my experience that could be useful to you. So if you need help, if you want that, scan this QR code. This will take you to my Fiverr gig. All you need to do is buy me a dinner. And from there, we can actually have 30-minute Zoom call or more to discuss whatever you want to discuss. So yeah, that's that. So, okay. I hope you like the content that I've shared. Remember to subscribe and scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you soon.